Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, my book loving friends. My name's Christine if you're new here, and today we're doing a book haul. This is going to be a very long video. There are so many books around me, like a lot of books are surrounding me. So I have divided this into a couple different sections. The first section we're going to do are books that were kindly gifted to me. The second section are going to be my birthday gifts that people got me. And then the third section is going to be my Christmas gifts. And then the last section, which is the biggest section, is going to be all the books I've bought. These, I believe, are the books I've accumulated within the last couple of months. Last time I did a book haul was back in August, I believe. And it's been a while, so we're gonna be here for a long time. So as you're here, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Please comment anything you would wholeheartedly comment. If you guys would love to comment but don't know what to comment, please just comment a stack of books. Just comment a stack of books because we're gonna be here for a second, okay? Once again, we're not going into synopses. I'm literally going to be just telling you guys these books and probably reasons why I bought it. So I do want to let you guys know. So I do have a book of the month subscription. I do get book of the month books every single month. I have not included them in this book haul because I unbox them every single reading vlog. There's every single box that I've gotten, I've unboxed in a reading vlog. And to be honest with you, I just could not remember for the life of me which books I got in the last 4 or 5 months because I just put them all on my bookshelves, whereas all of these are pretty much either sitting in my TBR cart or I just already knew which ones I bought. So without further ado, let's get into this video. It's gonna be a long one, okay? Okay, so this first stack are all gifts that were beautifully and kindly gifted to me. So we're going to start with the first book. First book is Sea of Ruin by Pam Gladwin. This is actually gifted to me by my boyfriend. He kindly gifted this to me because I believe we were in an argument and I wanted a book. So that was fun. That's the first book. The reason I actually got that book was because of Riley Marie. She loved that book. It was one of her favorite romances of the year, and that's the only reason why I bought it. So there you go. The second book is The Wicked Villain Short by Katie Robert. This is, I believe, like the 7th book in the Wicked Villain series, but these are just all short stories, I believe, following all 6 of the couples from this series. This was actually kindly gifted to me from a random act of kindness. I believe it was Anissa's. She does like random acts of kindness sometimes, and this was gifted to me by a beautiful human, Dead Highway Books. I will go ahead and link her Instagram down below. And yeah, that was really fun. I love random acts of kindness. I think they're really cute and really sweet ways to give people books, you know? They're fun. They're really fun. So the third book I'm going to go ahead and mention is Witches Steeped in Gold. This was gifted to me by Anissa. This was literally gifted to me by Anissa when I think me and her probably like first actually got introduced back in September, when we just hung, like we were just FaceTiming, we hadn't even met yet, and she bought me this book because she knew how much I love witches. So I love everything about her. She's so sweet. I love her to death, and I still have yet to read this book. I need to get to it very, very soon. I'm just a little intimidated, not gonna lie. And the next book we have is Ravens. Is it Ravens or The Ravens? The Ravens. So we have The Ravens. What the heck is wrong with me? Oh my god. We have The Ravens. This is by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. This was very kindly sent to me by Jan. Jan, I believe, gifted this to me because I tend to send her a lot of books. And I think she was like, all right. Literally, the note says, I couldn't let you keep buying me things without returning the favor. You'll love these witchy vibes. I love you so much. Thank you for everything you do for me, BB. From your long distance bestie, which is kind of what we call each other. So I love her, and I still can't wait to read this. I still need to get to it. If you guys can't tell, I don't usually get to the books I tend to, you know, want. So the next book was also kindly gifted to me from my boyfriend, and that is Abel by Katie Robert. Once again, I believe we were in an argument and I wanted a book. So yeah, fun. Anyway, this is a different series by Katie Robert. This, I believe, is the Sabine Valley series. It's a new one. I have not yet started this. I actually really want to get to this year, and I'm very excited about it. So, because we all know I love Katie Robert. Katie Robert is one of my favorite authors, so that's very fun. Now, all 3 of these books were actually gifted to me by Anissa when we met, and I love her for it. And the books are Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. We have Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and Hex by Thomas Oldie Hubelt. I truly don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. But these were all gifted to me by Anissa when we actually met at our first meetup. back in September, and she gifted all these to me because she has a pure, beautiful soul, and I love her to death. So yeah, those are all the gifts that people have genuinely, generously gifted me, and thank you guys so much for giving those to me. Now let's go into birthday gifts. So I believe these are all the birthday gifts. I truly don't know if they all are. I was rampaging my TBR cart and my bookshelves, and these were the ones I remember getting. I remember unboxing all of them, and I was going to use them in a video, and then this is when I was still editing on my phone, and I was editing a video, and I couldn't export it because I had literally no space, so I had to delete them all. Yeah, let's not even go back to those days, okay? So the first book from my friends that were kindly gifted to me for my birthday. First book is The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. This was gifted to me by Naomi from Naomi's Library. Thank you so much, baby. I love you. Have not yet gotten to this yet. I think we all know I'm terrible at getting to books. So there's that. The next book that was kindly gifted to me for my birthday, actually the next two books, these were both by her, I believe. Yeah. So the next two books that were gifted to me for my birthday. The next two books that were gifted to me for my birthday, these are both from Hannah, from Hannah's Recent Reads. And the first book is The Wicker King, and the second book is Giant Days. This is by Allison Truman and Koger. I have no idea if that's actually right. This is a graphic novel. This is the first volume. And this is The Wicker King, which I actually had on my, what's it called? My Amazon wish list for a very long time. And she got me both of them for my birthday, and I have yet to read both of them. I swear to God, if we actually find a book that I did read in any of these, sure. We'll find out. So yes, thank you so much, Hannah. I love them. I can't wait to get to them. I'm very, very excited. And for those of you who don't know, my birthday was back in September. My birthday was September 30th. So that just shows you that I've owned these books for a long time and have yet to get to them. So this next book is Odd Spirits by S.T. Gibson. This is the same author that wrote Diary of Blood, which I am obsessed with, and it was on my top 10 of 2021. And she kindly got me this. I've yet to read it. It's extremely short. I'm probably going to save this for a readathon one of these days. And this is actually from Issa. I don't know if I mentioned that. Issa kindly gifted this to me for my birthday, and I'm excited. I'm definitely saving this for a readathon though. And the next two books, I will say, I'm very, very excited for. I'm definitely getting to them very, very soon. Okay, so the first book was kindly gifted to me from Jan Agaton, and the book is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Malascacco. This book I need to read, okay, because Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads is obsessed with this book, and I need to know why, all right, because me and Hannah have extremely similar reading tastes. We both love us some Sarah J. Maas, which I think is the only thing we need in common. But I'm extremely excited to get to this book. I've heard nothing but great things. And the cover is stunning. Just stunning, okay? Stunning. And the last book that was gifted to me for my birthday was The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. I can't wait to get to this book. This book I know follows all four of the couples that we read in the off-campus series. These are short stories from all of them. I haven't heard the best things, but I don't care. I'm still gonna read it because I love the off-campus series. Once again, it was on my top 10 of 2021. So there's that. And now we're going to get into the oh god, this is a really big stack. Now we're going to get into my Christmas gifts. I was so happy this year. I got so many books for Christmas, and I'm so excited. So let's start off with probably my favorite gift ever, and it was gifted to me by my beautiful best friend Anissa, and it is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab, but this is the special edition of it, and it is absolutely stunning. Literally, I cried when I saw this. I could not believe she actually went out of her way to get me this book. It's absolutely beautiful. It comes with a ribbon. There are sprayed edges. It's just absolutely stunning. And can we just take a second because it's signed? It's just so beautiful. And I am obsessed with this gift. Literally obsessed. It's been phased out on my shelf since I got it. It's going to continue being phased out on my shelves for probably the rest of my life. And the next two books were actually gifted to me by my Secret Santa, which was Issa. These two books were kindly gifted to me by Issa, and because she was my Secret Santa. And those two books are Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb and Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRoe. I'm so excited for both of these. These are actually both on my January TBR. I cannot wait to get to the both of them. These are both extremely anticipated reads for me. I just know I need to get to these. I cannot wait, honestly. It's gonna be a fun time because I just know these are probably going to be two of my top books of the year, so I'm excited. All right, so these following books are all gifted to me by my family. To be honest, don't remember which family member gave me which. I only remember some. So, sorry, most of these were gifted to me by my Thea Michelle and my godson Isaac and my cousins Gabby and Nathaniel, and then my sister Jennifer and my parents. Thank you, Mommy and Daddy. I love you. I love all of you. Thank you guys so much. Let's get into these because I was so excited this Christmas. In my last reading vlog, I had like a little snippet of me opening my Christmas gifts. It was very fun. I had a very good time. Let's get into it. So the first book I received for Christmas was The Empress of Salt and Fortune by Nevo. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So sorry. I've seen this book everywhere. But yes, this was gifted to me by my kindly believe it was my Thea Michelle. I really don't remember. I'm so sorry. But this was kindly gifted to me for Christmas. I'm very excited to get to it. Once again, it's very short. I am saving this for a readathon, no doubt about it. Next book, very anticipated read for me. Definitely need to get to it this year, and it is Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. This is by Jane Allen. I know nothing about this book, but I do know that the cover is stunning, and I love the color pink, okay? I am excited to dive into this book. It's very floppy, which I wasn't expecting for some reason, but very floppy. I have no idea what this book's about. I think there's a checklist involved. I don't know, but I've heard really good things, and it was all over my Goodreads, so I just added it to my Amazon wish list. So yeah. The next book I received was Redemptor by Jordan Fuego. This is the second book in the Raybearer duology. Once again, can't wait to do it. Can't wait to get to it. I'm probably going to end up getting into both of them together since I do have the second book in the series, so I'll probably end up doing a video on that. And this is actually one of the books I was extremely excited to get. This is one of my favorite books that I got for Christmas, and it is They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. I think we all know what this is about. It's about a professor who kills students that like rape other students. It's just, I need everything to do with this book, okay? Because I know it's a female professor who kills student boys that have committed like very vicious crimes, especially sexual assault crimes. So all I know is I'm so excited for this book. I really want to get into it. I cannot wait to get into it. It's going to be a really fun time. It's going to be a really fun read. I'm very excited for it. Next book, also very excited for it. It is Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. Once again, we all know what this is about. Not really, because I don't really know what this is about. I think there's siblings in here. Really all I know. But Shannon McGuire, huge author here on BookTube. Cannot wait to get to more of her works. And yeah, I actually did not expect this format. It's like really short. But I enjoy it, and I really do like the cover. I think the cover is freaking cool, so there's that. Next book is very freaking pretty, and it is A Curse So Dark and Lowly by Bridget Kimmer. Stunning. This is the first book in the series. I cannot wait to get to it. I believe it's a fantasy series, and I believe it's YA, so that should be Fall in Love, Break the Curse. Sounds YA. It sounds YA. It probably is YA. The next book is once again another beautiful, stunning cover, and that is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Oh my god, is this book stunning. It's stunning. It's freaking gorgeous. I can't wait to read this book. Once again, don't really know that many things about it. If you guys haven't caught up, I usually go into books not knowing anything. It's a preference I like to do. That's really why I don't like to know synopses. I'm very excited for this book. I can't wait to dive into it. That's gonna be really fun. The next book was actually, I remember this was definitely was gifted to me by my mom and my dad. And I know because when I opened it, I did not expect to have actually gotten it because I had added it to my wish list pretty late. And I did not expect to get it, but I was very excited. And that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This was actually on my top 22 books to get in 2022. I need to read this book immediately. All right, I need to get to this book within the first 6 months of this year because it's just wrong if I don't. Okay, I really need to read this book this year because I love this and I know it's going to make me cry, and for some reason I love books that make me cry. I know it's weird, but it's true. The next book is a tome of a book. This is actually gifted to me by my sister. Thank you so much, Jenny. I love you. And it is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This tome of a book is like 1,000 pages, which is freaking crazy, but I want to read it so bad. This was also on my top 22 books I want to get to in the year 2022. I'm very, very excited to get to this book. I cannot wait to read it. I know it's going to take me like a month to read, and I'm definitely gonna have the audiobook. But this book is heavy. Holy hell, this is gonna give me arthritis. But I'm very excited to get to it. It's a high fantasy. It's Brandon Sanderson. I think we all know. I don't know anything about it though. So yay. You leaving, my love? Okay. Okay. All right, and the last book I was going to for Christmas was actually gifted to me. I believe this was I believe this was actually gifted to me by my godson, Isaac, and it is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. I think we all know what The Tea Dragon Society is. It's a very popular graphic novel here on BookTube. I cannot wait. Once again, I am saving this for a readathon, and I'm very excited for it. I cannot wait. Also, the illustrations in here are stunning. You want your keys? You know, if you come into the video, I can just edit you out. Just saying. Okay, so those are all the books that I've been gifted. Now let's get into all the damage I did by myself, which is still a bigger stack than this. So that should be interesting. Yeah, this thumbnail is gonna take everything in me to do. Alrighty, so this is in no particular order. I could not, for the life of me, remember when the heck I got half of these books. I just stacked them up and we're gonna go through them. So let's get into it. So the first book I have on here is The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. If you guys are members and have been watching this channel for a while, you know that this is definitely not a book I would usually get myself. I am reading this for a secret TBR video that is coming out in January, so stay tuned for that. So that's why I bought that. The next two books are two books I cannot wait to get to. They are Where Dreams Descend and When Night Breaks, both by Janelle Angelis. This is the duology of both books. Once again, I actually want to read both of these books together. I want to hopefully try doing that in like a week. And if you guys know me at all, then you know that one of my really good friends here, Issa, is obsessed with these books. And I mention her every single time I mention these books because I love her and everything to do with her. And I need to read these because me and her have pretty similar reading tastes. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to love that series. And the next book is actually like a classic. I have no idea how I'm going to feel about this book. I actually got this book when Anisia and I went to Barnes & Noble. And this is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I just love the floppiness of this edition, okay? Because, oh my god, stunning, okay? This is The Secret History. I don't really know anything about this. I do know that Jan loved it, but the one thing I know I'm not gonna love is the fact that the chapters are like 100 pages long. I'm gonna hate that. I don't know if this is my kind of read, but I wanted to give it a go anyway. I actually really do want to read this year. Hopefully I can get to it. This next book I actually got because I believe me and Anisha are going to be buddy reading this together pretty soon. And that is Crave by Tracy Wolff. This is, it reminds me of Twilight. Alright, the minute I see this cover, it reminds me of Twilight. I actually don't remember last time I actually read Twilight, and I'm thinking about possibly doing like a reading Twilight all over again. I don't know, because I remember reading Twilight, I think I got halfway through New Moon, but I never read Eclipse, and I never read Breaking Dawn. So I might do that on my channel. I don't know yet. But yeah, Crave. That's it. It's just Crave. It might be a buddy read. It might not be a buddy read. Who knows? Me and Anissa are awful at buddy reads. And the next book is A Punk of December by Penelope Douglas. We all know what this is. It's like a bully romance. I really want to read it. I've heard very amazing things about it. So that's very fun. Next book I actually got pretty recently, and it is It Ends in Fire. This is by Andrew Schwartz. I got this from my local indie bookstore, which is why the pages are super yellow. I remember seeing this in there a lot, and I remember when it was released, it was actually a book I wanted. It definitely looks like a YA type cover, but it just looks like a book I would love. And every single time I went to my local indie bookstore, I would see this book and I wanted it. So eventually he ended up having it for so long, he actually had a small discount on it, and I ended up getting it. So that was very fun. The next book I got upon release because I was desperate for this book, and yet haven't even read it yet. I'm so bad with getting the books. I don't think I've read any of these that I've hauled recently. I haven't read any of these. Wait, I haven't read any of these. What the hell have I been reading? Oh, I forgot to put like 15 books on here. Wait a minute. All my historical romances. If you guys can see, this was empty about like 2 weeks ago. It's now full. That's another one we have to do. I completely forgot about those. I'm like, what the heck have I been reading? Oh yeah, those. I've been reading on my Kindle a lot lately. Forgot about that. Anyway, next book is a new release, and it was Another Spring Door by TJ Klune, same author who wrote The House on the This is the same author that wrote The House on the Cerulean Sea, which was probably my favorite book I ever read in the year 2020. It was literally fan-frickin-tastic. I adored every single second of it, and I really hope that this gives you the same vibes. I really hope it does. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm very excited about that. The next book is a book that I actually got from a local indie, and my bookstore owner was raving about it, so he convinced me to get it. I have yet to read it, but I do actually want to read this for a reading vlog. So that book is To Sleep and to See the Stars by Christopher Paolini, the same author who wrote Aragon, and I read Aragon and I didn't like it, so I'm intrigued by this. I've heard really good things about it. This is a chunky book. But I'm thinking about doing a reading vlog on this book, so that's very exciting. The next book I actually got upon reread. I actually read this book, okay? It's about freaking time I read a book. I am most likely missing books. Not gonna lie. It's a possibility. So that book is Our Violet Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the second book in the These Violet Ends duology, and it was fantastic. I loved this duology. I really enjoyed this book. The first book I thought was a little slow, but this book was... Sorry. This book was really good, really fast-paced, and I really enjoyed it. This is a book that takes place in 1920 Shanghai, so that's all you need to know. It's very freaking tastic. It's also a Romeo and Juliet retelling, so the fact that it still made me cry, don't know. And the next book is A Lot Like Adios. This is by Alexis Daria. This is the second book that came out. The first book is You Had Me at Hola. And I really enjoyed that book. It's like a telenovela, but it's in a book, and it's really good, and I really liked it, and the steam was superb. So I got this book, and I'm really excited to read it. Can't wait to get to that. Next book is actually really funny. I saw this at a bookstore, and I needed it. I needed it immediately, okay? It's literally called Still the Baddest Bitch, okay? This is by Joy Deja King. I've never heard of this book on BookTube, but the minute I saw it at my local indie, I was like, oh my god, I need this book. So, the font is absolutely humongous. It's like children's book font. It's massive. I don't know when I'll ever read this, but I just needed to own it because it's iconic, okay? And this next book I have mentioned a lot on my channel and have yet to read, okay? And that book is The Poison Heart. Oh my god, I couldn't get that out. The Poison Heart by Caitlin Bayron. Once again, a stunning cover. I know there's witchy stuff in here. I really want to read it. So, fun. The next two are actually nonfictions. These were actually bought very recently because I have a goal to read more nonfiction in the new year, and one of them I actually am currently reading. Who would have thought, okay? The book I'm currently reading is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is on my January TBR. If you have not watched that video, please go watch it. It is up on my channel. And yeah, I want to read more books that are nonfiction in the upcoming new year. I think that's definitely a goal that almost every single booktuber has, but I definitely want to start incorporating more habits and more of, you know, just self-love type of thing. And I kind of want to change some things about myself. So yeah, we have this book. And then the next book we have is Good Vibes, Good Life by Bex King. It's really cute, really small. I definitely have a thing for like these white and gold covers. I think they're super cute and super stunning. So yeah, those are two nonfictions I bought. Oh my god, we're almost done, I swear. So the next book I actually also got at my local indie, and that is Iron Widow. This is by Zoran J. Zhao. I cannot wait to read this. I heard Jesse from Bowties and Books talk about this, and they loved this book. They talked this book up, and the minute I saw it at my local indie, I got it. All right, that's all it takes because they are a whole ass influencer, okay? And the next book I got is A Song of Rights and Ruin. This is by Roseanne A. Brown. I've been meaning to get to this for a very long time. Every single time I try to pick it up, it's just bad timing, and it really sucks, okay? The next book is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of The Invincible Life of Addie LaRue. This was the 1-year anniversary edition of it, and I made my boyfriend drive me to Barnes & Noble to go pick it up because I had to have it. The next book is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is a book that is dedicated to This is a book that is dedicated to Sarah J. Maas, and I need to read this book, okay? I have to read this book. Next book is Payback's a Witch. This is by Elena Harper. I cannot wait to read this. I plan on reading this probably around Halloweenish time is my guess. This next book is Taking of Jake Livingston. This is by Brian Douglas. I think this is a book that people have seen on BookTube. It's pretty popular. And I have yet to read it. I don't know what it is about me. I have not been reading things from my actual TBR. Like, I guess I have been reading my backlisted because I had to have, because I haven't read any of these shits. Anyway, yes, this is also very short, so I might save this for a readathon too. And then the last two books were actually, these were technically given to me. I did not spend my own money on it. These were given to me. These are both by an author that I believe my mother's friend works for. And they go to a sports club that my mom is the treasurer at, and my mom told them that I do BookTube. And she kindly gave me these two books to add to my collection and to mention on my channel. So the first book is Falling Through Time, and the second book is The Vinetrope Adventures, Return of the Vinetropes. These are both by Sherry Ross. I have yet to read them, but this one looks absolutely stunning. This one's also really cute. It's actually a poetry collection, so I think I am also going to save this for a readathon. I think I keep saying that just to make me feel better that I haven't read them yet. And now, let's get all the historical romances I have collected in the last, like, a month, okay? Alrighty, so we have a lot here, but let's get into two arcs that my lovely bookstore owner actually gifted me. And the first one is Duke Gone Wrong by Christy Carlin and Bombshell by Sarah McLean. These were two arcs that my lovely bookstore owner actually gave to me because he saw that I was really interested in historical romance, and he loves historical romance, so that was very, very fun. Another book I have gotten recently is It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas. This is the second book in the Wallflowers series. Once again, very excited. Can't wait to get into that. And then I have a whole bunch of Maya Banks books. Where's my other one? And then I have two Maya Banks books. This is Seduction of a Highlander and Never Love a Highlander. I loved both of these. I actually read them in my most recent historical romance vlog. Had a blast reading them. And I also got In Bed with a Highlander. It's currently at my bookstore, but I've been in quarantine, so I haven't been able to get it. So yes, this was very, very, very fun. Highly recommend this series if you guys want to get into historical romances. And then I have two more Maya Banks books. I got Never Seduce a Scot and Highlander Most Wanted, both by Maya Banks. I'm very excited for both of these. Never Seduce a Scot was actually a book I heard from Riley Marie, and she loved this book, so I'm really, really into it. I really can't wait to get into that. And then I also got After Dark with the Duke by Julie Ann Long. Very excited for this. I cannot wait to read this. It's probably going to be one of the next historical romances I get into because I've, like, fallen in love with historical romances. And then the book I actually just finished pretty recently was Gentleman Seeks Bride by Megan Frampton. Once again, pretty good read. I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. And then these are all books I actually got secondhand, so don't hate me too much. I did not pay that much money for these. So the first book is Rebel by Beverly Jenkins. And then we have The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. And then we have The Raven Prince by Elizabeth Hoyt. Then we have Secrets of a Summer Night by Lisa Kleypas. Then we have Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas, which is actually the first book in the Wallflowers series. And then we have A Lady by Midnight by Tessa Dare, and I believe I actually have 2 more that haven't come in yet, but I don't remember which ones they are. So yeah, my historical romance shelf has gotten very, very large. This was completely empty before I ended up buying like 2 or 3 at the beginning of the month, and then I kind of just got hooked and I wanted a whole bunch. And I'm collecting them in mass market paperbacks, as you guys can see. So there are a lot of books around me. I just realized that the TV's off. When the heck did the TV turn off? I had a cute little background on it. Oh man, I really like that background too. Alrighty, well that is the end of this video. The fact that I managed to do this video in half an hour is still absurd to me. This was a very long video. If you guys watched this entire video, thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on books. This is not going to be the first book haul you see. I haven't done a book haul in a while. This is why it's so big. But I tend to purchase a lot of books. If you guys like this video, then please subscribe for more bookish content from me. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please comment some books you guys have gotten recently. And I'll see you guys in a video coming soon. Bye.